2021, entering to the second half of the year. It's been a great year with different shades and mix of life occurrences. I know many people have had their happy moments, some their down times, some have been downcasted. And it will interest you to know that in this same year, things are happening. Same year, on that same authority and governance, as eyes can see. Some people got favored in this year. If you check the life of people, some will tell you that 2026 is the best year ever since they came into Earth. Whereas there are some that are just causing the system. Maybe they have made losses. They don't really understand what's going on in the same year. So you see that outcomes of life, they have behind the scene. And in the spiritual world, we call it the spiritual control of activities before they unveil for the living. So today we are going to be looking into how and what we can do to live beyond limitations. What you need to do to live beyond limitations. So when I come on air to tell you these things, is because we have lived in it. We are talking out of experience. Yes, we are talking out of experience. Generation passing it on to another generation. Because God cannot leave himself without a witness. So if you can pay attention today and pick that one thing that the Lord wants you to do, you see yourself living above limitations, that the outcomes of your life will not be dependent on the economic policies of human government. The outcomes of your life, living beyond limitations, is what you can do, the way you can live on earth. I hope somebody's paying attention. The way you will live on earth, that no matter what happens, you are rest assured, you know, Romans 28, chapter 8, he put it this way: for we know that all things will work together for our good. This is an assurance, but that assurance is anchored on something. So until you find it, then you anchor your faith, your belief system, your activities, you anchor it upon that foundation. Then you begin to live beyond and above limitations in every areas of your life. In every channels, as it concerns earth. We are talking about the activities on earth. The activities on earth. Scripture speaking in the book of Psalms chapter 105 verse 16. He said the heavens and the heavens belongs to God. But you see this earth, he has given it to men. He has given it to humans. So sorry, when I said men here, just using the Bible terms, it encompasses all gender, humanity, as it concerns manifestations on earth. There is an owner. This is one thing we have to understand. You know, what God is doing through me is not to wave hands or, different gifts to different messengers. What God has called me to do is not to shout or scream. There are people who God has given that grace to pray and move mountains. Then there are people God has given that grace to let the world know what to do, and the systems will answer you without effort, without struggles. So it's left for us now to choose the path we want to follow. They all works. Prayer, if you pray, prayer works, but prayer will work faster when the principles are kept, because our God is a God of process. Our God is a God of process. Where we miss it as humans is sometimes we choose to live our lives the way we want, ignoring the instructions of God. Then we want God to just all of a sudden and come and do miracles. And I told the people I was talking to today earlier, I said, God is not a magician. He is a miracle worker. Sometimes he may have compassion that out of your cry, a man of God will pray, speak, or lay hands. Maybe the sick recover themselves. It's not the man of God doing it. It's just a grace that is released. Remember, it's written that no one receives anything except is given him from above. Think you see that in the book of John chapter 3 verse 27. That a man receives nothing, a woman receives nothing except it is given. Why? We all came. I want us to understand this. See, apply your human reasonings to this so that you can flow. We are not talking about, yes, what happens here is controlled spiritually, but let's trace it back. Let's walk it back from the things we can see. Let's walk it back. We all came in. We all, for goodness sake, I keep saying this. We all were informed the day we entered earth. We target our birthday. No one can come and tell me that the day he or she entered, that he or she was aware of the system and she knew or he knew where he was coming from before he entered inside the ship called earth. So tell yourself that there is an owner. Somebody is in charge. We are not accidental discharges, man. Somebody is in charge. Somebody is in control. And I've said here that I have searched through the Bibles. I one time requested for my Muslim friends to gift me a Quran so I can study English Quran, but I've not been able to have one. But I've made researches on the internet. I have also engaged my Muslim friends to understand their beliefs.